right, looks like Goeze back in the driver's seat on yet another project that probably will go nowhere. But if you're gonna launch a meme token, now is the time, right before the altcoin rush. And what a meme coin do we have? Meme coin. It's called J.A.E. It's the Tardigrade human genome project. And it's a simple idea. We want to spritz your DNA into the universe. And we're gonna have milestones. That's tier 3. And using CRISPR, we'll modify tardigrades, put your DNA, and send them out. Now, that's, like I said, tier 3. We got to get to tier 3. So we start as a silly, crazy meme coin, right? That's tier 1. And we set up an interactive, bot, which I've done. You can go to J.A.E.foundups.org and talk to it. It's GPT-4, and learn about the project. And it'll tell you everything. I've basically put all the documents and everything on there. And just in case to warn, some things it just makes up, right? For example, say we're doing an ICO. We're not doing an ICO. We'll be doing an exchange offering, right? I think it's an initial exchange offering, an IEO, right? We're gonna build it on Solana. And here's the great thing, I've been coding out, right? So I can take things like Access Infinity, which is built for Ethereum, right? I can download the entire GitHub, and as one person, I can go through every single file and translate it to Solana. I can do the same thing with Dezo. I can do the same thing with a MUD. I can take an open source MUD, and it'll take me time as one person, but as one person, one brick at a time, I can build the fucking house. And now for the first time, what I realized because of GPT-4 and coding out a bot, right? And basically feeding it code, running the code, setting up the environments and all this stuff, I can do it myself. I don't need to pay anyone to do it. And I can build the entire thing myself. So the key thing is the token, and I've got a good person, Mike, is going to be doing the token. So he's working on that, but I'm going to be the coder on this project. So we're going to reverse, and he's going to handle the marketing and other things. So I'm super excited. If you want to learn more about the project, go to J.A.E.foundups.org, join our Discord, we're going to be setting it up. What else can I say about it? No one is going to be allocated tokens. So because I'm working on this project, I'm not getting the token. The project is being set up as a DAE, what's known as a decentralized autonomous entity. And think of it as the egg of Foundups, right? This entity, these DAEs. These DAEs are ultimately AI managed and everything else, but we're not there yet. But in the meantime, we can set up a kind of DAO that holds all the tokens, that ultimately all the people who own tokens, even if you own just one token, you get a vote. It's not about the number. Now, what you can do with your tokens is you can stake. So there's milestones. So all the milestones that we set up, you can decide what milestones we do first. Do we, by staking against those milestones, and staking creates liquidity. I'm in Japan. That's a Japanese bus, right? So all of this stuff I'm feeding to, I'm working with GPT, having it answer questions, feeding it, having it play devil's advocate, feeding it, so you can learn more by simply talking to the virtual white paper and learn more. When will you be able to get the token? We'll hope to have the token out available in weeks, maybe sooner, right? Very quickly. That's tier 1, right? So we have 4 tiers actually, right? Tier 4 is basically the crazy tier. Tier 3 is actually sending shit to space. Tier 2 is the gamification tier, right? And what I want to do is take a MUD and you'll be able to play a little on a web app, have a little mud running on a web app, and interact with your tardigrade, right? That's tier 2, and eventually we'll do something like Access Infinity, where there'll be arenas where you can compete, where you can modify. That's where the CRISPR virtual lab is created. Not real CRISPR, but the it's educational, so you'll learn CRISPR and everything else and the parts of that, and and then by the time you get to tier 3, we have people actually working on, with CRISPR units, working on modifying tardigrades all over the planet. So we don't need to worry about, we're just like, hey, you can get CRISPR, we'll sell the X.geoze CRISPR packages, right? In partnership with someone. And, people will be able to just set up their own CRISPR lab, and we will have tardigrades that you can, we'll raise tardigrades in the environment on that. That's tier 3. Tier 2, the gamification basically is being able to interact like on Access Infinity. Before Access Infinity, there's going to be a mud where you actually are, you're your little tardigrade, and you got to navigate around an actual spot. Everything is going to be based on reality, right? So there's a little mud and trying to survive. So pretty cool, super psyched, because now with GPT I can create all this content, I can modify the code, I can do all this stuff that I couldn't do before. Undo with a smile and a laugh. Dow, help, do, serve. Undow do to you and yours, from Undow do in the heartland of Zen.